So it's the weekend again, and I'm still here with my friend Lucas. Say hi, Lucas.
Hello.
We're going to talk about more dumb stuff you can find on wikis. So today we're straying away from Wikipedia and going just onto a wiki, specifically the Marvel wiki, which is one of my favourite websites on the internet because, as you're about to find out, they just list every dumb thing about every comic character. We're going to start with one of my favourite comic characters, the Hulk. And we're just going to show, if you go and like the page, it's thousands upon thousands and thousands of words because it gives the entire fictional backstory of the Hulk, including all the time travel bullshit. So we're going to go past all that bullshit, none of the backstory, because we know the Hulk.
Oh, yeah.
It's Bruce Banner, nuclear explosion, turns into a giant rampaging atomic monster.
Big green
Fuck
guy.
that. We're going to go straight to the fun stuff, which is powers and abilities, because people think the Hulk is strong, he punches things.
Hulk smash.
Yeah, but let's just go through what the Marvel wiki says, shall we? So, powers. And this is a quote from one Wolverine, James Howlett. There aren't many around who can describe what it feels like to get hit by the Hulk. Yeah, no fucking shit. Simple fact being, there aren't many around who can survive to tell the tale. There ain't no pain at first. It's like he hits you so damn hard, you actually leave your own body. And when you come back to that, you feel the pain and realise you're going toe-to-toe with a walking earthquake. Which, I'm going to admit, is a pretty fucking badass quote. The Wolverine's one of the few people who actually survived being hit by the Hulk, just because like he's got an indestructible skeleton, and even he's like, fuck this. So I can fight the Hulk, but I don't want to.
Even the guy that can't die goes, nah.
It's like, I'd rather go fight infinite ninjas than fight the fucking Hulk. But, so, we're going to start with his gamma radiation physiology, and we should clarify the reason we're making these videos, because I love just how matter-of-factly wikis are written when it comes to incredibly stupid things, like especially like the Marvel wiki, because this is all comic nonsense, and they try and talk about it like it's hard science, which is brilliant. So, gamma radiation physiology. Due to Bruce Banner being exposed to the gamma bomb's radiation, the later results arise from Banner's ensuing capacity to transform into a powerful monster. The Incredible Hulk is one of the physically strongest and resilient beings in the Marvel universe, with the potential for limitless strength, stamina, durability, healing, and adaptation.
So he can do anything.
The Hulk can do anything. The Hulk can breathe in space, which we'll cover in a moment. Because people don't think that. They think, oh, he's just strong. No, the Hulk can breathe in space. He can breathe in space because he's so angry. He's so angry, he breathes in space. It's so
That's
good.
the power I want.
The Hulk holds the potential to truly be, and the quotation marks here, the strongest one there is, barring some exceedingly powerful being, since his known strength level ranges beyond the limits of virtually any other known humanoid being. And right next to that is like 16 of those little quotation marks that you can click, taking you to the comic books where the Hulk establishes this. The gamma radiation mutated his body and fortified his cellular structure, adding over 800 pounds of bone, marrow, and muscle tissue to his body. So that means the Hulk only like 800 pounds.
No, that means he got a gorilla's worth of like muscle
and
bone
the
added
Hulk
to him.
Weighs about the same as Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Donkey Kong's like an 800-pound fucking gorilla. Okay. I thought the Hulk would be way heavier than that.
I would too, but like, well, you know, I'd like extra like a couple £100 on for Bruce Banner, I guess.
Yeah, but like, 800, that's still like £1,000. Like, bodybuilders can lift that amount of weight. You know, you'd think the Hulk weighed like 9 tons or something stupid like that.
Oh, yeah.
Like, but no, apparently the Hulk weighs like 800 pounds. That reminds me of like Hello Kitty. Have you seen this?
No.
Do you know what Hello Kitty's official weight is? It's like about 3 apples. Do you know what her official height is?
Go on.
It's about 5 apples. I'm not making that up. That's a true fact. Go look that up. We'll cover that though when we go onto the Hello Kitty wiki next week. Mate, you never know. There might be some interesting dumb stuff on there.
Could be.
Never question it. Okay, so pervert causing a corresponding escalation of brute strength, which also increases in exact proportions to his adrenaline level. Thus, the madder Hulk gets, the stronger Hulk gets. I love how that's written. I love how they don't say the Hulk, they say Hulk. They refer to him by Hulk as his name, like he's Mr. Hulk. Like Hulk Hulkinson. Moreover, the Hulk was stated to be an Omega-level threat by both the Initiative and Mr. Fantastic, and even the original Omega-level threat by Guy Ritchie. At one point, the Hulk was stated to be the strongest hero in the world. Nick Fury's intel also classified him as a power level 10+. Which I'm going to guess is like the best you get. Like,
I know like Omega level mutants are like the top level.
He's the original Omega level threat. And all he does is punch things. Can you imagine like some of the Omega level threats are like Omega level, like class mutants. You're like what Iceman.
Like Phoenix, stuff like that.
Who can fundamentally change like the entire just like atmosphere of the planet via their powers, and Hulk just punches. but he punches so hard that he can just threaten reality itself with his fists. Like the fists of just this really angry toddler man. It's great. Oh, okay, so let's delve into like the most important part, the transformation itself, which has its own category. The process by which Banner usually transforms into the Hulk is presumably the result of a chemical catalyst, adrenaline, aka ephranin. Do you know how to pronounce ephranin? As in normal human beings, Banner's adrenal medulla secretes large amounts of adrenaline in times of fear, rage, or stress, which hormonally stimulates the heart rate, increases blood sugar levels, and inhibits sensations of fatigue. Whereas the secretion heightens normal physical capabilities in normal human beings, in Banner's case, it triggers the complex chemical extra-physical process that transforms him into the Hulk. Fucking hell, that's some comic word salad right there, isn't it? I like as well it says it's presumably. As in, there has never been a definitive explanation of how he turned into the Hulk.
No, just ask Bruce Banner.
This is like one of the most famous characters in comics, and they've never had a comic where they say, oh, this is how it works.
Yeah.
They have to say presumably. That's amazing. The total time of transformation falls anywhere from 25 seconds to 5 minutes, depending on the initial adrenaline surge, which will be determined by the original stimulus. Soon after the transformation, the amount of adrenaline the Hulk will return to more normal reduced levels. However, there have been instances in which Bruce Banner became the Hulk without any discernible increase in heart rate or adrenal levels, suggesting that the true trigger mechanism into the Hulk is far more psychological than physical. Or he's always angry.
Yeah,
I love that in the film. I'm always angry. Really? He's always. Can't you just like? That's such a dumb explanation.
Yeah.
I'm always pissed off. Like what? Do you like put a Lego in your shoe or something? How does that work? How do you always be angry at everything? Like what are you? Like a Redditor? I don't know. Fuck. How can you be that angry all the time, Bruce Banner? You're a scientist.
I really want to know what it's like to watch Bruce Banner turn to the Hulk for 5 minutes knowing your impending doom is on its way.
It's just struggling for 5 minutes. I imagine it's like in the Ang Lee Hulk. Like do the really bad one where it's like, oh man. I love like all the transformation they do, like because basically he just gives whatever actor's playing him just full permission to just ham it the fuck up.
Oh yeah.
Where they get to just like go, and just scream and just wander around like an ass. It's great. Just like smashing, like my favourite thing people do when they're playing the Hulk and they transform. It's the one they always do when they go up to a nearby desk and go, oh, and then sweep across the desk with both arms. They always do it.
Every time.
It's so good. When the Hulk transforms back into Banner, the excess muscle mass and energy is lost, presumably, and there's that word again, to the same place he derives it, which means we don't know why he gets bigger. No one knows why Hulk big.
Where does it come from? Where does it go?
Go. Cotton Eye Joe. You'd think we'd know that, wouldn't you?
I know.
How do we not know why the Hulk gets big? Answer us, comics. Why Hulk big?
Tell us.
I need to know. As the Hulk's transformation is mostly a stress reaction, it is virtually impossible to attack, wound, or sedate him in his human form without the Hulk erupting almost instantaneously in self-defense.
Oh god.
Instantaneously. Oh my god, that's so good.
They had that like movie quote, didn't they? Of like, oh, I put a bullet in me and the Hulk just spat it back out.
Yeah, I try to kill myself.
Yeah.
And like, instantaneously, Hulk's like, no, you don't.
No.
Oh man, it's just, I love every movie starring the Hulk when they try and arrest Bruce Banner or something like that. It's like, why are you doing this?
Why try?
Like, why would you even give me a chance? It's like, you are not going to win. I am the fucking Hulk. It's so stupid. I'm surprised that we don't actually know how he transforms.
Yeah, that's weird.
You'd think in all the years of comics they've done, they would have told us how it...
some bullshit explanation
like,
away.
why does he get big? Apparently no, it just materialised from fucking nowhere because science. And we're now up to what is perhaps the most important part of the Hulk's wiki page, which is the little subtitle that says unlimited strength, all in caps, with bold lettering.
Oh god.
He says here, the Hulk possesses the capacity for essentially limitless strength. And there are, supporting this statement, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 separate references.
To unlimited power.
He's got unlimited power. He's just like emperoring it up in here, man. Just Palpatining his way through the MCU. In effect, upon actually estimating the Hulk's raw potential, the cosmic entity Beyonder, which is like one of the strongest beings in the universe, stated outright that the Hulk's strength is intrinsically limitless. The Hulk's uttermost potential is indeed unlimited. This statement has also been endorsed by the cosmic entity Stranger upon probing the Hulk's capability. Most recently, the Hulk's boundless strength was further supported by the Mad Tinkerer's calculations, which could not stipulate limits. So
what?
These are like but if you don't know what any of those names mean, basically, these are the people they introduce to solve problems that can't be solved by regular hits. Like, Beyonder is basically a walking Deus Ex Machina. he can do anything. He's like, I'm not fucking with the Hulk.
No.
Like, you can punch me. Like, those fists, man, don't mess with him.
The Hulk can always get more angry.
Exactly, yeah. And we've got that here. Moreover, the Hulk's maximum strength output has been consistently classified as power without defined limits. However, each of the primary Hulk personalities possesses a base strength level. So people don't know in the comics, we've skipped over this part, Hulk has various like incarnations, I think.
Is this like Red Hulk and Grey
Hulk,
and...
Joe Fixit,
Yeah.
Savage Hulk. And the most popular one is like Savage Hulk, which is just like the Leave Hulk Alone Hulk, which is my favourite Hulk, 'cause he's just a toddler. He's just a really angry toddler, which I find hilarious. So while functionally calm, the Grey Hulk or Joe Fix is the weakest, whereas the incarnation commonly referred to as the Green Scar is the physically strongest of all primary Hulks. After being exposed to the energies from an exploding core of the ship that brought Hulk to Sakaar, the Green Scar's base strength level was dramatically increased. The Immortal Hulk is also substantially stronger than most incarnations and presumably rivals the Green Scar, being able to effortlessly outclass the combined might of an Avengers team consisting of powerful heroes. However, while in an enraged state, adrenaline surges throughout the Hulk's body, magnifying his extraordinary strength dramatically beyond his standard levels. Essentially, while some versions of Hulk are stronger, they all are this beef. Like, don't fucking mess with these beef-ass Hulks.
They're all ridiculous, but the most powerful ones can just destroy the Avengers themselves.
Yeah, but they all have the potential to get that little bit angrier. The Hulk's immeasurable strength is directly proportional to his level of rage, excitement, and stress. The Hulk also grows stronger the more radiation and dark magic that he catalyzes. So apparently the Hulk is just a magic battery. Did you know the Hulk can just absorb dark magic?
I'm not surprised, but I didn't know.
Just Domaru's going to get his ass kicked by the Hulk, man. Ghost Rider ain't got shit on the Hulk. He catalyzes, and finally, as Amadeus Cho theorizes, Banner subconsciously restrains the Hulk's maximum potential because he quantifies and calculates the external variables like the Hulk so that the Hulk could never hurt somebody. Cho corroborates this thesis with a logical analysis of all the Hulk's historical conflicts. However, if the suppression of Banner's restriction occurs, the Hulk can neutralize this limitation, such as when he becomes the World Breaker. The Hulk has also performed impressive feats of strength in his career, which we'll get to in a second, but that is one of my favourite things about the Hulk that's never been explored in the MCU. Is that Bruce Banner has like the strongest sense of willpower of any hero in the universe.
He can literally hold the Hulk back.
Yeah, he is the only being on the planet who can like control and restrain the Hulk. And there's a great cartoon where Loki goes into the Hulk's mind and takes Bruce Banner out of it and tries to control the Hulk to beat up Thor. And he can't control him, even as like an Asgardian god.
Yep.
And Bruce Banner basically says, "You think you can stop the Hulk? Be my fucking get." And then he goes back in and he beats down the Hulk. It's like, yeah, so cool. So he's so strong. It's like all that bit in the shitty Ang Leek Hulk, where he's like, I want to capture the Hulk's rage. And says, if you want it, take it all. And he just screams and just like the Kaioken Hulk, and just like energy just flies everywhere. Oh my god. So are you ready for another one of Hulk's special abilities that he has?
Oh, please.
Superhuman leaping. Which is like, people you know, he can jump over New York in one jump, but the Hulk is able to use his highly developed leg muscles. Yeah, no shit. If there's one hero who never skips leg day, it's Hulk.
It is.
As the Hulk becomes enraged, his strength increases considerably, which means he can jump farther than usual. The Hulk has transposed about 1,000 miles with a single leap.
Jesus
and he jumped on top of Mount Olympus from ground level. So he just climbed a mountain by jumping to the top. On more than one occasion, the Hulk has nearly jumped into Earth's orbit. The Hulk even managed to reach Mars with a single bound. So he just once jumped and hit Mars. The Hulk also shows an incredible precision with his ability to aim his jumps and landings. He's grabbed missiles on multiple occasions and landed on islands barely visible from the height he fell from. While calm, the Hulk's leap has been measured to reach 473 miles per hour.
What?
So he just basically nearly goes Mach 1 when he jumps.
Oh, God. Those are some hefty legs.
That's some beefy legs, but he only weighs 800 pounds. So the next one is superhuman strength utilization. It's basically interesting, unexpected ways Hulk can use his strength to, accomplish various feats.
Okay.
For example, the Hulk can inhale great quantities of air for several effects. For example, he can expel the air at enormous speeds to knock down entire forests and armed troops. This resource also enables the Hulk to defeat several superhuman opponents, such as Mr. Fantastic. So he just blew him away. He literally just blew him away. The Hulk can slam his hands together to create tremendously powerful sonic vibrations that propagate through the air and has been compared to, and I quote, the strongest hurricane in history.
Jesus
So
Christ.
that's the thunderclap. That's the one he does when he in Incredible Hulk, when he just claps and puts out the fire.
What about if he's like part of an audience?
Well.
Give someone a standing ovation.
Doof, doof, doof.
Everyone dies.
Oh man, I love as well. That's one of the things he does to beat Wolverine. Because Wolverine, like, what he does, he claps his hands and ruptures Wolverine's eardrums, and he just can't do anything about it. It's so rough. Oh man, this thunderclap has been powerful enough to disperse Sandman's attacks and severely debilitate the Red Hulk. He could also create shockwaves with enough power to shatter glass jars simply by snapping his fingers. So snapping his fingers is enough. The shockwave from Hulk's collision with Ironclad reached an infinite number of dimensions through the Crossroads Nexus, creating cataclysmic upheavals and unimaginable destruction. So he can clap so hard, he can just like destroy realities.
You just broke dimension.
So that all sounds dumb, but now we're getting to the real fun stuff. This is just like a list of various feats of strength he's accomplished. Using his strength. So we've got rupturing the space-time continuum with a single powerful blow, applying force to the space-time structure in order to prevent his fellow defenders from being absorbed into a fissure, supporting a rising up despite being weighed down with a force equal to the weight of a star, capable of going nova, which has to be at least 446,000 times the mass of the Earth, destroying a planet and a surrounding moon as a side effect of a direct collision with the She-Hulk. So he punched the She-Hulk and a nearby moon exploded, killing several highly powerful beings such as Bi-Beast, Armageddon, and an amped Bing Bang Boom in the process, severely injuring Armageddon, who withstood the Silver Surfer's blast. For comparison, it says here, the Surfer is a being that can emit a destructive blast powerful enough to completely encompass a solar system, overpowering and destroying Onslaught's physical form. Onslaught, people who don't know, is Magneto and Professor X's powers combined into a single entity.
But
he just got
Hulk just as like
no, he punched it. It's fine. Rupturing the continuum again with one single punch. So he's done it twice. Shattering glass temperature with negative zone particles, effectively traversing the space-time barrier, obstructing his way. So he just punched through time. Time was in his way and he punched through it, pushing apart two spheres of matter and antimatter and throwing one into outer space. Ripping apart an enormous device designed to fight the Celestials. So like, Thanos.
Oh no, beyond that.
Oh, bloody hell, okay. Destroying an asteroid twice the size of the Earth. Do you want to guess what he did that with?
I would guess a punch.
One punch, yeah. He gets one punch! Holding together the tectonic plates of a planet to keep it from collapsing. Overpowering a field of energy endowed with sufficient power to alter the orbit of a planet. Overpowering amped and gigantic incarnations of Bi-Beast and Wendigo. That's the second time he's appeared in this list, and it's the second time getting his ass kicked. Overpowering the Avengers, including Wonder Man, Rogue, Thor, and Hercules. Overpowering the combined efforts of the X-Men, including Juggernaut and Colossus, breaking both arms of Colossus with ease in the process. Overpowering Colossus in another encounter. Lifting a chunk of Las Vegas and landing it perfectly on the ground with ease. Tearing Dracula's adamantium netting with ease. Apparently Dracula is out in there, ploughing through the Vector's telekinetic repulsion while he's repelling reality itself, almost breaking the East Coast and threatening to break the entire planet apart purely via the emission of energy from his body, bending Silver Surfer's surfboard and hitting an opponent with it, driving Wolverine's claws back into his own skull, hence damaging adamantium with adamantium, overpowering a power-draining mechanism which contained much of the combined power of the Hulk himself, Doctor Strange, the Silver Surfer, and the Submariner, and none of the other defenders could break out of, denting Ultron's primary adamantium shell, smashing through adamantium itself, crushing and twisting an adamantium alloy around Blastar, imprisoning and leaving him unable to break out, and throwing the sphere from New York to the mid-Atlantic, snapping adamantium netting, shattering MODOK's adamantium steel alloy armor just by flexing his muscles, briefly knocking down Thanos with a few of his powerful blows. That never made it into the MCU. Destroying the Crypto Man after he was boosted with a physical strength superior to that of even Thor. Overpowering Thor numerous times, including fracturing his skull while possessed by the one below all. Heavily injuring Hercules with 3 punches and overpowering a weakened Hercules. Pushing a 10 times and stronger normal Warrior's Madness Thor towards the ground with a single arm. Reflecting Gladiator's ocular beams back into his eyes, instantly knocking him unconscious. Stopping a strike from Red Norval's equal copy of Mjolnir in midair with only one hand. While the Hulk was holding back, he fought against Superman in a strength battle and pushed him to his limits. Matching the full strength and the power of Sentry and defeating the latter, bringing the Juggernaut to his knees with 2 blows, shattering the Crimson Band of Cyttorak, the power by which Juggernaut derives his abilities, destroying the latest Hulkbuster armor and overloading Black Panther's Vibranium Panther habit, which was believed to be impossible, all while possessed by the one below all, knocking the Silver Surfer out with 3 punches. Matching two Avengers teams during a prolonged period of time, in spite of becoming increasingly weaker due to a physical separation from Bruce Banner, the group consisted of highly powered individuals such as Hercules, Captain Marvel, the Iron Man, Wonder Man, Namor, She-Hulk, etc. So there were more people there. Overpowering the Invisible Woman, the Thing, and the Human Torch, and afterwards matching the combined forces of the Avengers and the Fantastic Four, matching Scarlet Witch, prior to House of M and Wonder Man and Iron Man and the Vision, while the narration established that Hulk's power is greater than their combined might. When the Thing's physical strength almost doubled, the Hulk still had an upper hand. Matching the Super Adaptoid, who had acquired raw power from one of 100 heroes, such as Iron Man and Vision. Maxing Drax the Destroyer, who was in possession of a power gem in a fist fight. While holding back without accessing World Breaker mode, the Hulk sent Zeus flying with one powerful hit, closing the doors to a nuclear reactor that Thor and the Thing could not budge, overpowering the combined effects of Iron Man, Wonder Man, Hercules, and Namor to pin him down despite becoming gradually weaker, overpowering and pinning down a wet and all-out Namor with a single arm, overpowering his own strength, which was redirected against him. So he can't even stop himself, stopping the Juggernaut's charge and crumpling his helmet, destroying the Hammer of Null, breaking off the solidified adhesive X from his entire body with no leverage, which had never been done with physical force before or after, performing a thunderclap that destroyed the Dark Crawler's pocket universe, shrugging off the combined effects of Namor and Silver Surfer's effects to restrain, holding a 150 billion ton mountain, which was dropped on them by Molecule Man when none of the other heroes could even react. It was later revealed by She-Hulk. It was later revealed that She-Hulk tried to help the Hulk to hold the mountain, but wasn't able to do so for an extended period of time, fighting and almost overpowering the combined efforts of the Avengers, consisting of Captain America, Thor, Iron Man, Wasp, Giant Man, and the Agents of Atlas, including Gorilla Man, Namora, and Uranian, etc. Ripping through a bunker to decide to withstand the explosion of many thousands of megatons. Mate, we're still going. This goes on.
This is just infinite. This is
as
infinite as Hulk's strength.
This is just the section that says strength. We've not even covered stamina yet.
Oh,
That's
dear
just
God.
strength. The Hulk's body can, think about that. That's just strength.
All that you've read to me is a list of, here is something impossible, but the Hulk did it anyway.
With power, just with punch.
Just with strength.
With punch. You know what makes this more hilarious? In one of the earliest Hulk comics, one of the enemies he beats is a deer.
Oh,
Just a regular deer.
That poor guy.
He just backhands a deer that tries to gore him. That's called power creep. Goes from backhanding a deer to just throwing antimatter into the atmosphere.
Punching through time and space itself.
Oh man, right. So we're gonna just end on, which I think is my favourite power of the Hulk's, which is dynamic durability. So the strength stuff is interesting. It's just hilarious. That list went on and on and on and on and on. I'm sure most of it was cut out because it wasn't interesting. But this is one of my favourite abilities because it's one people don't really expect. It is in addition to the immense strength, the Hulk's body possesses a high degree of resistance to physical injury. The Hulk has survived a tremendous amount of punishment throughout his career. The Hulk's skin is impervious to conventional blades, adamantium and vibranium being strictly the few known metals that can effectively pierce and penetrate his skin. The Hulk was even able to exert adhesive X from his body without any injury, which we discussed, which is apparently something that's never been done before. This invulnerability extends to the optic system, since bullets, grenade shrapnel, and Hawkeye's arrows, and even Valkyrie's enchanted blade Dragonfang did not penetrate or damage it. So basically, you can't stab Hulk in the eyes.
You can't do shit.
You can't do anything to the Hulk. The Hulk is capable; it can withstand high caliber bullets, powerful energy blasts, pressure extreme falls from orbital heights, maximize heat without blistering, maximize cold without freezing, and also massive impacts. He has withstood the several times the impact of Ground Zero nuclear explosion, Human Torch's Nova Blast with a maximum temperature of 1 million degrees Fahrenheit, and also the crushing pressures of 100 Gs. He cannot be killed. You cannot kill the Hulk.
You can't touch him.
It's just everything, just nothing hurts him. He's immune to everything. You've got disease immunity. The Hulk is completely invulnerable to all known Earth-based diseases and viruses, including AIDS.
He's just
it actually says.
yeah.
So I'm guessing in one comic they just said, "Oh, the Hulk can't get AIDS." He can operate under intense conditions for prolonged periods of time due to his body not developing fatigue toxins. He does not age. He has also got retroactive immortality. This is my favourite one. For all intents and purposes, the Hulk cannot permanently die. The exact nature of this ability is unknown. I'm guessing it's just every time, he dies, he just punches God and God's like, no.
He just punches back through time and
comes
comes back to death.
However, it suggests that every time the Hulk or Banner is killed, since the day that Banner was hit by the Gamma Bomb, a metaphorical door is open that allows one of the two to walk through in order to successfully enable their resurrection. It is suggested that it's the Hulk who walks through, as Banner would rather be at peace than revived as a Hulk. So basically, every time the Hulk dies, he gets an option that says, continue, and he just goes, fucking yes, I am.
Every time Banner lets that countdown just tick away, and then Hulk just walks through the door.
Yeah, it's also been like theorized that you could kill the Hulk by giving Banner a lobotomy.
I don't think you could.
That's basically kill the part of his brain that the Hulk lives in. We're going to end on the subtitle. It says reactive adaptation, because this is some dumbass shit. There were several events in the past where the Hulk not only faced extended periods of time in oxygen-deprived outer space without suffocating, but he also frequently spoke in these inhospitable habitats. So Hulk can speak in space.
Can't just breathe in space.
He can speak in space.
in
It was theorized by Nick Fury that the Hulk could adapt to the environment of space as an inherent property of his mutation. He based his thesis on accumulated data about the Hulk. For example, the Hulk can harmonize his biological structure with the depths of the ocean. Fury's hypothesis has been confirmed to say that the Hulk can adapt to any environment, even airless space. So the Hulk can just walk around in space.
He can just do anything.
No one stops the Hulk. Therefore, this evidence that the Hulk could adapt to a wide diversity of hostile habitats. It is plausible that its ability is enhanced and amped by the Hulk's rage. Accordingly, it's been stated that the Hulk does not always need to breathe. He doesn't even need to breathe if he don't want to.
He just does it for fun.
Yeah, and this is just the one that does it. Underwater breathing. The Hulk has been on the ocean floor a number of times. The Hulk is able to breathe due to his body developing a gland which creates an oxygenated perfluorocarbon emulsion which fills his lungs and equalizes the pressure. He is therefore able to breathe liquid.
So while he's underwater, his body develops a new gland to just let him breathe underwater.
Just let him breathe water.
Cool.
I don't know about you, Lucas, but this was a lot of fun.
It was.
This was a lot of fun. I hope the people at home are enjoying this one. They go to the subreddit and maybe suggest other stuff we can cover, because this is some dumbass shit. And I'm hoping some people have at least learned. I'm hoping everyone at home has at least learned one thing about the Hulk today, because holy shit have I.
I've learned quite a bit.